Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another old school video. Today, on this day of making this video, the Revenants within the Wilderness have been buffed. Revenants previously had drop tables with things that would drop in 100s, so you could get 100 dragon plate legs or 100 dragon skirts, but they would be extremely rare. Jagex originally wanted them to be like 2 million GP per hour, one of the best money making methods in the game, which would be met with PvP, with player killing, so it would be one of the best money makers, but there was also a very high risk of dying because lots of PKers went there. But the money players were making per hour fell short of their target, so instead Jagex have decided to update them today, and their drop table is pretty damn good. Those buffs were pretty insane. We learned rather quickly that you weren't overly pleased with the 100 times item drops from Revenants, with common complaint being that it felt artificial and unlike other drops in RuneScape, which is pretty true. Alongside this, the average GP per hour fell below the intended rate, which I mentioned earlier. To offset both of these, we've made a number of changes to the drop table. They've removed the 100 times drops, so you're not going to get stacks of dragon legs or skirts and things like that. And they've adjusted the weight of a bunch of rolls that you can get on the loot table, alongside removing some of the crap drops. So basically, now players should just get constant decent drops. And they've also added statues or statuettes. These statuettes can be alked for either 4mil GP, 8mil GP, or 16mil GP. Hey, that's pretty damn good. So let's test this out, shall we? Let's do some Revenants. My method of getting to the Rev caves is using the Waka canoe just outside the Grand Exchange over the bridge at Edgeville, because that takes you to the Black Chin hunting spot, which is just directly south to the northern entrance to the Revenants, which is the better entrance if you don't have 84 or 89 agility, which I don't, so using the north entrance in the wilderness into the Revenant caves means you don't have to use agility shortcuts to actually get to the Revenant area. I think using the canoe method of getting there is roughly the same speed of using a burning amulet, because the burning amulet takes you to the entrance of the lava maze. You gotta run past green dragons and stuff to get to the entrance. This one just takes you below it, but it takes a little bit longer to actually get there, because cutting the canoe with a bronze axe surprisingly takes a little bit longer than you would expect. At the southern side of the Revenant spot, you are below level 30 wilderness, which means you can teleport out using the Royal Seed Pod, or at least I can teleport out using the Royal Seed Pod, which makes it harder for PKers to kill me unless they get the tele block off really quickly. I can use the Royal Seed Pod to escape at the southern side of the Revenant cave, which means I'm going to be sitting here and killing these Revenants, these two Revenants, the Dark Beast and the Orc, for a couple of hours, just to see what happens, just to see how much loot we can get. Our first kill, we got a Rune Warhammer, nice. And our second kill, we got a Dragon Longsword. Hey, so far so good. They've had 2 kills, and we've had 2 decent alkables in those 2 kills. Oh, Onyx Bolt Tips. Guys, I've had a drop every kill. So far, I've been here for like just a couple of minutes, I've had a drop every single kill. Wow, more Onyx Bolt Tips. Are you kidding me, dude? This is lit. It wasn't back to back, it's been like a couple of minutes since the last clip, but I just got more Onyx Bolt Tips. I've got like 750k right now in my looting bag, and I've been here for 20 minutes or something. This is a pretty good money making method so far. Maybe I'm just getting really lucky, but I don't think I am, because you can see other people's drops sometimes in the chat box, and those bracelets of Ethereum, they're worth like 40k a piece. And they're constantly dropped. It basically spams the chat bar sometimes. Sometimes it's nothing but people getting drops of these bracelets. There's a skull. Oh, there's like 3 skulls. They're all pures though. They're all low level combat. So I can safely kill this Dark Beast, Revenant Dark Beast. Oh, I just got frozen. I thought, yeah, the Revenant just froze me. I thought it was one of those guys. They're all low level. They can't attack me. This, I think, is going to be the last kill of the trip. Dragon Longsword again. I've made over 1 mil. In 30 minutes. No joke, I've been here for 30 minutes or less. I've made 1 million GP. As you can see in the looting bag, over 1 mil GP. I've been here for 30 minutes and I haven't been PK'd or attacked once. The only people I've seen PKing are low levels like pure clans, like level 70s, level 80s. They clear the place out because everyone's shit scared of them. They log in, or people see skulls. Everyone insta teleports out, even like the people that are maxed combat, the level 126 or whatever, 124. They log out when they see level 70s. And I'm just sitting there, I just continue to farm the Revenants because The drop table is insane. I'm making 1 mil every 30 minutes. This is 2 mil per hour money making method if you don't get PK'd. And because I'm sitting in the area that's below level 30 wilderness with my royal seed pod, when I do see a PKer that can actually attack me, I'm instantly going to click that and get out of dodge. Unless they land a teleblock before I can do that, then I'm kind of fucked and I will die. I'm going to empty this looting bag. I'm going to sell the loot that you see here and hopefully make 1 million GP. Hopefully the price checker is correct on the looting bag. Let's collect our GP. Yep, over 1 mil. Basically, almost exactly 1 mil GP in 30 minutes. It seems like Jagex have done the math and made it. Every 30 minutes, players should make 1 million GP. Unless they get PK'd in the PKers. If they find a PVMer, someone killing the Revenants that's been there for 30 minutes, they get PK'd, the PKer just made 1 mil. It's a pretty healthy system, I guess, but it's kind of a lot of GP. It's a lot of GP. This time I'm going to take better gear. I risk losing my Salve Amulet if I take my Vorkath Assembler, but I think it's worth it because, like I said, I'm below level 30 wilderness. I have the seed pod. It's pretty hard for me to die, honestly. I'll have to be a proper fool to get PK'd. Hopefully I don't, but yeah, I'm going to go back with the Ava's Assembler just for more damage and hopefully get more kills. Because I haven't said it yet, but there's so many players at the Revenants right now. There are so many players. Maybe that's just because the update came out today, like an hour ago. The update happened 1 hour ago, so maybe it's just busy with all the players testing it out, but it's actually packed. There's been about 20 people in the Revenant area per world. Look at the chat box, guys. Look at the chat box. I got a Rune Full Helmet to Alk, I then got a bunch of Law Runes, I then got Onyx Bolt Tips, then I got Runite Ore. In like 4 kills, I've made 500k or something. That's crazy. This is crazy. This is amazing. If this doesn't get nerfed, I may fix my sleeping pattern just so I can be on RuneScape early and come kill Revenants when there's less PKers and less players online. Just to get this money, because this is actually insane. So as time progresses, it's getting a little bit busier. I've been killing Revenants for probably about 1 hour now, maybe 1 hour and 10 minutes or something. Holy shit, did that guy just get an Ancient Relic? That's the 16 mil one. J. Daniel. J just got an Ancient Relic, and then that dude just got an Ancient Emblem. I don't know how much that one's worth, but the Relic I think is the best one. If you alk it, you get 16 mil. This dude just got 16 mil drop. This is busted. I haven't been PK'd once. I still haven't seen anyone that can PK me. It's all pure clans. I've yet to witness anyone over level 100 combat or 90 combat that can actually attack me yet. And I just got Onyx Bolt Tips. What the fuck is this game? Dude, I ain't complaining. I'm loving this. Yeah, I'm definitely fixing my sleeping pattern. This is going to be my job. I'm just going to farm Revenants and sell the gold like those Venezuelans and make money for life. I'm now selling the loot I got from my second trip, which lasted about 40 minutes. And I made, according to the loot bag price checker, it was about 2 mil. So I'm selling everything just to make sure. But I'm pretty confident that I'm going to hit the 2 mil mark. Yeah, I just made 2 mil in 40 minutes in my second trip. And the first trip with 30 minutes for 1 mil. In 1 hour and 10 or 20 minutes, I made 3 million GP. Oh, here's a clan that can attack me. Let's get the hell out of here. Gnome Pod, thank you very much. Holy crap. There's actually been a lot more PKers recently. That was the first clan, so that's why I teleported out. But there's been a lot more level 100s plus. I think it's because it's getting closer to prime time. I started this in the early afternoon, and it's now becoming late afternoon when people are actually getting online. So it's getting a little bit more dangerous, and because it's a little bit closer to prime time and more people are online now, I'm getting less kills, and I'm not really getting a lot of loot. I'm making a couple of 100k per trip. The rate at which I'm making money has gone down significantly. So I think between the times of like 4 PM to like 10 PM, maybe even 11 PM, the money making on this would go down quite a lot, probably by about half because of the population and the amount of times you have to TP out due to PKers or get PK'd yourself. But if you're a player who stays up really late until like the early AMs, like 4 AM, 3 AM, 2 AM, or you're someone who wakes up at 7 AM or 6 AM and can play RuneScape, and you do Revenants, you can make a lot of money. But yeah, I think I'm going to stop doing Revenants now because it is getting way busier and I don't really want to get PK'd and the money making isn't that great. So that's it for this video, guys. I don't have like a final loot tab to show you or anything because after each trip I ended up selling the stuff I got just to make sure the looting bag price checker was actually accurate, in which it was. In one trip that took 30 minutes I made 1 mil, in the second that took 40 minutes I made 2 mil, and in other trips that were like maybe 10 or 15 minutes long that I didn't really put in the video, I made a couple of 100k, but then ended up having to teleport out because of PKers, or just constantly have to switch worlds and waste a bunch of time because I couldn't really get any kills because it was way busier. So as I said in the last clip, this could be a very broken or effective money making method if it's not at prime time. If it's prime time and there's lots of people online, you probably shouldn't do it because you're going to make less money and you're probably going to get attacked, or you're just not going to find yourself getting much kills on the Revenants. But as some general advice, if you are going to go kill Revenants, unless you're very confident in escaping PKers, stay below the level 30 wilderness and maybe even get 89 agility, because there's a shortcut there and it's very effective. Most PKers don't have that agility level, so you can escape them without having to teleport out. Bring a teleport that can be used at level 30 wilderness or below, and keep an eye out for skulls, people that can attack you at your level. The gear I used was the Archer Helm, the Ava's Assembler, the Blowpipe, and my Pegasian boots, alongside a salve amulet that is both enchanted and imbued. And it's very necessary to bring a bracelet of Ethereum and put ether in it, charge it with ether. In the almost 3 hours that I ended up doing Revenants, I only used 191 charges of ether, so it doesn't take a lot of ether to charge it. So don't bring items you're not willing to lose, which is obviously basic wilderness advice. Don't bring items you're not willing to lose, and make sure you don't skull. Don't attack anyone. If needs be, hide the attack player options. Player attack options, always right click. Make sure you've got that always right click, or even hidden, because if you left click where available, or depends on combat levels, you accidentally attack someone, you're going to get skulled, you're going to lose whatever you brought that you hoped not to lose. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. This is a pretty insane money making method if it's in the quiet hours of the day. Hopefully I see you in the next video.